Alright. Hit the wall with the back tire. As suspected, Dollar Tree had nothing that I was looking for. Well, they did, but then they did, but didn't. The reason why I say that is because they had the receipt book or whatever the fuck you want to call it that I was looking for, but I had myself psyched again. You know, they had the style receipt book I was looking for. I just whacked the chain ring again. But I'm gonna get away from that driveway. You know, so they had the receipt book I was looking for, but it wasn't set up for the one I wanted. You know, because the one that Dollar Tree has, the Dollar General has, but it's, you know, set up the same kind, you know, mostly the same way, but it didn't have that second sheet that I could use as a backup and then eventually get rid of. They had that work order one that I use, that I thought about using for when Christian, one of my old co-workers' brothers, would ask me to help him with his bike. I said, dude, I'll do it, but you're paying me to do it. This is like, well, how much? I tell him, well, let's see. Now, if you want grips again, that's gonna be another, you know, I'm gonna charge you for those. You know, I have an installation fee for everything, which is gonna be another $5. You know, I tell them installation fee and maintenance is gonna be, you know, price vary, you know, vary on price. You know, like, let's say grips, $5. You know, for installation, then it's into $15 for the grips, so it'll be $20. He's like, really? 15 for the grips, and then $5 to install them? I'm like, dude, you're gonna be paying, easily be paying that, if not more, at a bike shop, just for the grips. And it's depending on the grip. He's like, really? I'm like, yep. You know, the bike, you know, also depends on the bike shop too, because they need to carry like certain brands. Like I've seen, because I go to the bike hub, they carry certain brands. I didn't see any ODI, and I swear by ODI. And then J&B Cycles, which is out in Howard, they have ODI, but they want, although I think they're asking about what, you know, right about what ODIs go for if you order them. I think they charge a little bit more to at least make something out of them. You know, so they may charge like $2 or $3 more or whatever. You know, so that's kind of why I order my grips, because, you know, I don't get ripped off then. Which I had, let's see, the Iron Horse was a set of grips. Haro was a set of grips, and I ended up giving those away. The grips with the Iron Horse I ended up sending with the bike because, you know, I didn't have the original grips. So the Iron Horse went with the grips, so that was the first set. Haro, no, the first set was the Haro, which I gave to an old friend of Keegan's. Then the Iron Horse was the second set. Third set was the Hoffman, which I have on this bike because I kept them. Oh, so the third set I'm still running. Fourth set was the first set of grips for the green fat tire. Fifth set was the second set for that same bike. And then I ended up keeping those grips because the second set that I ordered for the green fat tire I put on the BMX bike because I had the red ones that are on this bike on the BMX bike. So that was the first 5 sets. The sixth set was the blue grips that I had on the blue bike, which I no longer have either because they were on the bike when I lost it. Don't tell me this is the same chick from earlier. You know, so I had 5 or 6 sets of ODI grips of the long necks. You know, and I liked every color I had. You know, the black I liked because it, wait for traffic. It, you know, I liked the black grips because you know, if you jumped on had to jump on your bike to go somewhere with, like, let's say a friend real quick, and you had dirty hands, the grips hit it. You know, it didn't show it because they're black. Until you took your hands off if they're clean. And then the green I liked, you know, I liked having the different colors once I started getting the, you know, into different colored bikes. You know, I just went with black for when I first started riding them because I didn't know or didn't want to pay the fucking price of, you know, the price of what that grip costed because it was more because it was colored. So now I just buy the colored grips because they just look better and they stand out until they get dirty, which I'm gonna have to, before I bring the bike away, I'm gonna have to soak, I'm gonna have to pull the grips off because I want to soak them. All right, now I'm back on my comfortable part of this, so, which I'm gonna try to get out to do a hood tour episode tomorrow too, so I may try to go by the NEI warehouse neighborhood. So that's kind of why I don't build forts down here, because